All right, what is going on, everyone? Misha Wilson here. Welcome to tonight's special call. As always, let me know what your name is and where you're coming in from. Let me double check that we are indeed live and good to go here. Let me double check on YouTube. Let me double check on Facebook. And let me double check in the Facebook group. And when I see we're good to go, I'll go ahead and dive right in. We have something super special planned for you here tonight. Let me know what your name is, where you're coming in from. Let me know with a quick yes in the comment section, please, that you can see us and hear me loud and clear. You should see my mug up here with the beautiful Keisha Bass. And with that said, we got some cutting edge tactics and strategies and super affiliate secrets that we're going to go ahead and bring you here tonight. Let me know what your name is and where you're coming in from. Let me know with a quick yes in the comments that you can see and hear me loud and clear. It looks like we are indeed live and good to go, which is awesome. And with that said, I'm going to go ahead and dive right in. So I alluded to it in the emails, but obviously tonight is a super special call. We have the one and only Keisha Bass, one of the top earners here at SAN, with us here tonight. And Keisha is just an overall absolute legend within the marketplace. She's been around for, I want to say, going on over 10 years now, or over 10 years. She's absolutely crushed it in just about everything she's joined. She's been a six-figure earner, multiple six-figure earner, and multiple other opportunities. She came on board with SAN, and I believe in her first 30 days or so, ended up making 14 pro sales. And you guys can do the math when it comes to what that equates to in her first 30 days. And she went on to do, literally hundreds of thousands of dollars in commissions, record months of $30,000 in a single month. Obviously, results not typical, tattooed on my forehead as always. But Keisha absolutely crushes it. She leads her people, and she is one of the people in the marketplace who I love working with because she's one of the people who truly cares about her audience, cares about her people, and always leads with value in her marketing. So Keisha, so happy to have you here. How are you doing tonight? Thank you for being here. And how is everything in your world?
I am doing amazing. I've now become a virtual instructor to my son. So, just doing what Keisha Bass does. So, but it's all good. And it's actually pretty warm in Seattle. So I'm excited about that.
There you go. Well, hey, you're a virtual instructor to everyone on the internet. So for your son, you should be good to go. So with that said, guys, let me know the quick yes in the comments box. You can hear Keisha. And I mentioned the emails as well, but we're going to have some fun here tonight on this call. All right. So one of the really cool things that this software allows us to do is it allows us to monitor who's most engaged on these actual calls, who's commenting, who's subscribing, who's liking, commenting, hearting, sharing, who's going ahead and, sharing the streams, etc. And we can see who's the most engaged person on this call. So throughout this actual interview, every single time I ask for engagement, every single time I ask for a comment, every single time I ask for some comments, likes, hearts, and shares, if you guys are on Facebook, be sure to go ahead and tune in, comment, heart, share, subscribe. And at the end of this call, we're actually going to be giving away $100 to the person who is most engaged on this call. You don't need to make sales. You don't need to generate leads. You don't need to do anything fancy with technology. Literally, all you have to do is be super engaged in the comments, share this with as many people as you possibly can, get as many people on this call as you can. And with that said, you will have a chance to win $100 if you're most engaged. And with that said, we got just about 70 people on here with us. So let's go ahead and dive right in. And I'm going to go ahead and start with, Keisha, I kind of, gave you the full MC introduction when it comes to all of your results and all the cool stuff you've been able to accomplish and, how you've crushed it in the online world in the last few years. But I know that usually there's something, a little bit deeper than just the big results. Usually there's some sort of story and, some sort of struggle and kind of, origin story in there somewhere. And I'd love if you just took a couple of minutes and shared that with our audience, along with, maybe the one or two things that you're most kind of proud of when you look at, you accomplished it and you say, wow, I'm a badass because I did that. And, from where you were to where you are now, what does that look like? And what are you most proud of in your journey?
Awesome. Well, thanks for having me. And I appreciate all that you do. I mean, there's a lot of things that you do that people don't know you do and stuff. So you know what those things are, and I want you to know. I just want to say, thank you so much for being a mentor that cares, right, and stuff. And you've shown me a lot about not just being an affiliate, but really a business owner. So I appreciate all that you've poured into me. So wanted to say that. I actually got into this industry, you guys, because I was a mom, and my brother, honestly, I got in this industry with network marketing, and my brother came over, drew the circles, said that, hey, all I had to do was get 2 people, and those 2 people get 2 people. And man, I was about to be rich. Okay. And, I come from a small town, 3,000 people counting chickens and dogs. I didn't know nobody that was rich. And I was like, hey, if this is my time, if anybody's going to get rich, it's going to be me. Right. And didn't go so well. Okay? Didn't quite go so well. And I kind of played around, with the idea of being a business owner and things until one day I was 6 months pregnant when I got started. But one day I was sitting in my office, and the daycare called and said, hey, you need to come get little Leonard. He's not feeling well. And so at that moment, I realized that I just didn't have the freedom. I was like, well, it's not freedom, because now I have to ask permission to leave and go get, my son. And I was like, how long are you going to do this? Right. This is not the freedom that you signed. This is not freedom. Although I wanted to climb to the top of the corporate ladder and do all that, I was like, man, I have to take this serious. I've been introduced to a way, and so I had to take it serious. So that was kind of the turning point. For me, I'd gone to college, I'd done it, I got good grades. I mean, whatever they said to do, I'd already done that. Yeah. And I had a good job. I tell people all the time, I made great money, but it wasn't freedom. So I still had to ask permission to take a vacation and all sorts of stuff. They told me what time to go to lunch, all that kind of stuff. So I started to take this thing serious, the internet, and building a business online. I began to take those things seriously. And when you make a decision that, I'm not saying I made a decision that day and then I just came to the internet and blew up, but I do remember that day I made a decision that I'm going to take this thing serious, and when I made that decision, then the people, the ideas, the businesses, they started to show up because I had made a decision that I was going all in, and there was nothing else that I was going to do. So, yeah. Awesome. So my biggest accomplishments, I would love to say, I'd love to say I've made a ton of money, on the internet, but I will say, the things that are super impactful to me are, one, I have a grandmother that lives in Detroit, Michigan, who calls me and she's like, I am I can just make things move, and so she can call me and say, hey, this is broke, and her refrigerator broke. And I was able to, just, okay, and I call her Medea. She's the first Medea. So if you guys are familiar with Medea and Tyler Perry, no, I have the original Medea. So gun carrying Medea, okay? But she's able to call me, and I'm able to be a support to her, and she wants to do things, and I'm able to do that because of the financial, impact that me building a business online has afforded me to be able to be a support to her. And then also right now, when they said that we were going to have to homeschool, Keisha, I wasn't tripping. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't oh my God, what am I going to do? I have this kid and, and my heart goes out to the parents who they don't have the freedom to be able to say, I'm going to be at home and my kid, I'm going to buy a desk and do all this. So those are some of the tangible things. I mean, of course, just being, I never making 6 figures online. I was that blew me away, I was oh my God, you know what I'm saying? I made more on the internet than I did on my job, right? That was huge. And to come into Superfluid Network and then make more in a month than people make in a whole year. I was holy crap, right? So it keeps growing, you know what I'm saying? You keep getting milestones, right? So those are some of my Those are some of the things I hold near and dear to my heart.
Awesome. I mean, what I can say is you hit all the nails on the head when it comes to, being able to support your loved ones, being able to just have time for your loved ones, being able to have freedom. I think at the end of the day, that's kind of the core desire of the actual market. And one thing that I kind of, just from listening to Keisha, for everyone on this call, the hidden lesson is that Keisha did really well in school. Keisha did really well, in her job. When Keisha, wasn't necessarily focused on an online business, she was still putting her whole self into what she was doing. And she was doing a really good job at whatever that thing was that she was doing. And that's why Keisha can go from one opportunity to the next, one affiliate program to the next, and do an awesome job, because it's a habit of showing up and playing all out and being excellent. And that's kind of what you've shown that you're able to do over and over and over again, which is awesome. And for everyone on this call, you kind of have to sometimes take an inventory of maybe you're not doing the thing that you absolutely love quite yet. Maybe you don't have the perfect business. I still don't have the perfect business. Maybe you don't have, the perfect setup. Maybe you don't have that side gig as profitable as you would like it to be, but you still have to be willing to go ahead and show up as your best self and bring your best self to the equation if you want to be able to get there eventually with what you want to go ahead and have as the perfect setup. So just kind of one thing I heard through your language patterns, but I'm not quite going to let you off that easy, Keisha. I mean, I know you got started, you made the decision to go all in, and you made the decision to really commit yourself, but I'm sure that there were some struggles before the breakthrough. I mean, how long did you try network marketing and try the original network marketing or affiliate marketing, the online world? Both of those vehicles, how long did you really kind of work it before you finally broke through and started to see the success that you're now seeing or saw originally when you broke through?
Right. So I'll say I got into this industry in 2008, and that's when I got started with network marketing. And just to give you a time frame, I went full time in 2013. Okay. So it wasn't a straight arrow. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a straight shot, to even where I am today. It's not a straight shot. I joined companies, and some of them I forgot. I had even joined some of them. I joined so many of them, right? That's where I got to. And, I just realized that it was like, even with network marketing, there were skills that I just didn't have. I just didn't know, and it was like, man, you just don't know. You don't know. And if you don't sit down long enough and learn the skills of marketing, of sales and marketing, then you're just going to keep going in circles. I mean, that's just the way it is. And I always like to say 85% of success is showing up.
Yeah.
85% of it is showing up. And so you got to show up. And, then do the 15% once you show up, right? So, but yeah, it was tough. I got started online, Misha, when I got started online, you had to know HTML. So let me just go back, right? So there was no click funnel. No, there was go to Google and type in how to make a red arrow, right? So yeah, it wasn't, you really had to, it was really, do you really want it? Especially back then, a lead page, like, oh my goodness, right? Creating a bridge page, we called it sandwich pages back then. So how long I've been in this game. But so it was the people that would go through those trials and that are now, that you see now, the ones that are successful in the industry. Right. Yeah. That's just the way it is. It's mind over matter. If you don't mind, it don't matter.
I love it. Yeah. Straight 2008 to 2013 for everyone on this call, it's 5 years. And Keisha spent 5 years dedicating herself to learning the skill sets, learning the process. I'm sure breaking a few computers here and there, which I've done myself out of frustration. And that's just kind of part of the process. All right. So I think we tend to look at the big result and it's like, oh my God, I'm going to have that tomorrow, and realize if you're not producing that huge level of result yet in your own personal journey, that's fine. You might just not quite be at that level yet. And if you stick with the process and become addicted to the process, that's ultimately the thing that's going to allow you to accomplish the end result that you're after. So, Keisha, Awesome stuff. I know you mentioned you got started with network marketing originally. You know, you managed transition online, you found affiliate marketing. What are a few items or, you know, check marks when it comes to affiliate marketing that you really like? You know, when it comes to a business model as a whole, why have you kind of bridged and transitioned to being a full-time affiliate marketer? And then, you know, selfishly, what are a few of the things that you like about SAN and what we have to offer when it comes to the affiliate marketing world?
Selfishly, I love it. So I realized that
Oh, one sec. And guys, once again, $100 up for grabs. If you guys are just hopping in, let us know if you're getting value in the comments. Comments like, heart, and share. The most engaged person is winning $100. Back to you, Keisha.
God, geez, Louise, I need to be in the comments. I need to call my son. Call my son and say, hey, jump on this.
Yeah, I'm in there too, and I'm competitive. So you guys better comment there.
You don't put his pen name in there, right? So I just, you know, like you said, I'm a pretty driven person, you know, naturally. I'm just like, I'm pretty driven. And I have the utmost respect for the network marketing industry and stuff. There were just some things I just didn't care for. You know, like the pep rallies, you know, like the weekly pep rally that I had to do for a team, for people, for grown people to like decide to make money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, you know, a weekly pep rally, right? It's like, hey, you know, so, you know, like I said, all respect. I don't, you know, hey, I think it's a great entry. And if you love it, you love it, right? It's one of those things. Like if you love it, you do it. Hey, you go for it. I just didn't want my money. I didn't want my income to be dependent upon somebody else's excitement level.
Yeah.
So that was kind of how I transitioned out. And so I got into affiliate marketing. I really kind of fell into it, honestly. I didn't really know I was in it. So, it's kind of funny, right? It's kind of funny. And so I got into affiliate marketing with the company, and we didn't see eye to eye about some things, which happened, right? And so they decided to kick me out. Right? So Keisha Bass, I got kicked out last, right?
It's happened to the best of us. It's all good.
Oh, you know, I can tell my dirt. No one has to tell my dirt. I'll tell it myself. So I got kicked out, and I was just kind of like, you know, I was kind of blah. You know, I was really kind of blah. I was like, oh my God. And so SAN found me, right? I got an email, and so I got an email, and I decided to get started. And so the things I really liked about it was like, as I was saying, like I didn't really understand affiliate marketing and how it really worked, and like, you know, really not just like, okay, just make money, just post links or whatever, but like when I was going through the boot camp and I was like, you were talking about the numbers and understanding the metrics and the numbers and things. And I was like, oh my God. So there's like a science to this and stuff. And I'd never been exposed to high ticket affiliate marketing at all. Right. So I didn't know anything about that. So coming in here and I was like, oh, so like, there's like, you know, and you know, your individual results definitely vary. I was like, wait a minute, you know, this is a great opportunity. And I like it because I like affiliate marketing as well, because it's not something that I like, because the website is the pages are done for you. Okay. SAN was different because you guys were going to like email. You guys were like going to send emails and stuff. So people could just be a beginner, come in and really learn the skill. You see what I'm saying? Like learn the skills, right? And stuff. So that was really appealing to me because I have an audience that's usually beginners, right? So it was a match made in heaven for me. The beginners could come in, like the Adam Sheltons of the world, and, you know, and study and become, you know, a student, right? And really and if they really committed to it, could really see, you know, results. And so that was really, you know, the big thing with SAN. And the support that was here. And I just never been, you know, people got a coach and stuff. And I was like, whoa, like they got someone to support them and stuff, and made sure, and I didn't have to do it. Right. So I'm saying, like, I didn't have to like text people every day and stuff. So it was really, it was amazing to learn. And so to be a part of, I should say.
Yeah, that was It was crazy seeing you come on board because, I mean, you said that you don't like to inspire people on a weekly basis, but when you came on board, you brought like an army of inspired people just because they're kind of watching you and following you, and you're just kind of, as you know, a leader in the marketplace, you're inspiring to go ahead and follow. And one of the things that I like most about when you came on board is not only did you see success, but so many other people saw success because you were there to help them and you were there to guide them through. And some people made a lot and some people, you know, didn't make that much. But like you said, with affiliate marketing and with, you know, high ticket affiliate marketing specifically, you don't need to worry about how inspired someone else is in order to go ahead and pay your own way and create your own paycheck, which for me, I'm the exact same way. That was the ultimate deal breaker with network marketing because I got started with network marketing originally. It was kind of an online network marketing company, but I started passing up commissions to people above me. And then my team wasn't passing up commissions to me. And I was like, wait, you know, what's going on here? And then I realized that to get my team passing up commissions to me, I was going to have to really, you know, not as much train them, but just inspire them on a daily basis. And I think some people are really good at that. And I don't think it's a bad model. I think it more comes down to self-awareness and realizing, you know, what kind of business you want to build. And for me, I did not want to be the inspirational, you know, stand on top of the building and get everyone fired up all the time. I wanted to be the person marketing, creating the ads and the funnels and all that jazz. And you've absolutely crushed it. So it's been awesome to see not only you have success, but everyone who you brought in. Just, you know, Kershana's on here, Adam's on here, people that you brought in from day number one, still around and growing like crazy. So guys, give us some comments, likes, hearts, and shares. If you guys are getting value, let me know with a quick yes. Let me know the hashtag value in the comments section on Facebook, YouTube, or in the group, wherever you might be watching. Most engaged person wins $100. And with that said, let's go ahead and get into the goods, Keisha. So, you know, what are a few things that are working really well for you right now in your business? You're obviously out there crushing it, you know, in the trenches on a daily basis. What are a few things that are working really well for you right now? And really kind of, you know, maybe what's a little sneak peek or hint of what you have coming up for, of course, the virtual immersion experience live, which we obviously have coming up the very beginning or second week of November, I should say. But beyond just giving a sneak peek, what's really working for you right now? What's crushing it for you in your business, bringing in those commissions?
I mean, and I would say what works for me is the same thing that worked for me when, you know, years ago. And it's video, right? It's definitely hands down. It's going to be video marketing that works for me. I just checked my email a moment ago and I had affiliate commissions that came in, and guess what they came from? YouTube videos. YouTube videos, right? They just keep working for me like a little army, right? A little army. They just keep working, and I could put them out there. They're going to go to work. And then when I want to just do nothing, quite honestly, because that happens now, which is a little bit, it's summer. Well, summertime is getting ready to be over, but you know, but it continues to work for me. So, so definitely, and I actually like YouTube Live, you guys. So a lot of people, you know, think that, you know, like we're live on YouTube right now. This video is going to be working, you know, for years. People are going to be sending you messages asking you about the virtual summit like 5 years from now. Yep. Right? It's gonna be like, that thing's been over so long ago, right? They're like, hey, can we get a ticket to the virtual summit? And you're like, what virtual summit? Like, what are you talking about? And so video has always worked for me. When I became a part of the Super Affiliate Network, and that's how Adam found me. Adam Shelton found me from YouTube, right? Yep. And so what happened was when I became a part of the Super Affiliate Network, I'd always, you know, like I said, I love video marketing. So I love Facebook Live. I love YouTube. I love all of it, right? Video is awesome. And so, but I realized there was nobody talking about Super Affiliate Network on YouTube, okay? And one of the things that I will interject that I want you all to definitely write down is that your results will always match your beliefs. Okay. Your results will always match your beliefs. And I was thinking about this today, Misha, and I was like, you know what? I actually, when I got involved in SAN, I went and started doing YouTube videos, right? because I absolutely knew, even though a lot of people didn't know about sand at that time, I knew that it was only a matter of time before this thing was going to blow up. And guess what I said? Keisha, you want to be on YouTube because people are going to go and they're going to search YouTube for the Superfilly Network, and you want to come up, right? So I came from a belief. I don't do anything with a belief that, oh man, this is not going to work. Like, oh hell, like I don't approach anything like that. Everything I approach with the mindset that it's going to work. I'm going to make a crap, it's going to work. Now, and how long it takes for it to work, that doesn't even matter. Like, that's where most people get messed up, is that they do one thing. They go do one YouTube video. They don't get 1,000 views, or they don't get any type of engagement or anything like that. And they're like, oh, that doesn't even work. What? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, people say, well, Keisha, is it too late to get on YouTube? What do you mean? I mean, like, how? They're like, new people are getting started in business like right now, like freaking crap. They got nothing to do but watch videos. Yeah. Right. So it still definitely works, and it's character building for many people to be able to get on camera and talk. It's like, oh, I don't want to do that. And I challenge people that, like, oh, I don't want to get on camera. And what are you saying about yourself? Like, who says ugly things about themselves? Like, oh, I'm horrible on camera. I don't look good, and I need to lose 20 pounds. Like, come on, all of that is impacting your bank account. All of it's impacting your results because of how you see you. So, yeah.
I think you said a few. Obviously, your results will be in alignment with your belief and the actions you take. That's 100%. So I see people all the time where if they don't think that something's good going to happen because they haven't, accomplished success in the past, they won't take future action. Right. So essentially, they keep their past from, allowing them to step into the future that they want. And that's a huge distinction to realize, that your past results don't need to equal your future results. And your past results can all be looked at as learning experiences instead of failures. And that allows you to, instead of fail, just kind of operating in a, realm of testing everything and experimenting with everything. And when you can do that, it's a lot easier to move forward and take action. So that's huge what you mentioned. And also you mentioned the difference between YouTube, or I don't think you mentioned the word difference, but that's really the difference in my mind between YouTube and everything else. I know you're absolutely crushing it on TikTok right now. And I love, I get on there and watch your videos sometimes, and I love them. They crack me up. And there's all the other platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, etc. And they're all good. But the reason why YouTube's so appealing for me is the fact that, we have this video going right now, and we have 100 people on here live with us on this video. But like you mentioned, this is online real estate. YouTube is the one platform that really rewards you long-term for being consistent. And essentially, when you're consistent over the long term, your older videos do better, your newer videos do better, your channel grows as a whole. Where every other platform, essentially, anything you do next week, right, or anything you do, past right now, isn't really going to be seen by the light of day. And that's just a huge distinction. Like you mentioned, if you can kind of find that hole in the marketplace, like you realize there was this gap where no one was on YouTube talking about sand, myself included, which was, I should have been on there talking about sand every way, every single day, but no one was on there. No. And so you could kind of position yourself as that person, you could own that platform, you can kind of gain that real estate and that traction. And then from there, the beautiful thing about, affiliate marketing is that once you have that video and that video's ranking, if you want to promote sand for the rest of your life, awesome. But you can also take that traffic and you can bring that traffic to any other program, any other product, any other service. You can build your own list. You can really do an endless amount of things with it. And so, again, I absolutely love it just because it's such a long-term play. Right. Now, with that said, though, there's obviously, some skill sets that go into it. And so when you're looking at it, like let's say you're going to shoot a video right now. Is there a certain structure that you use in order to go ahead and have a video? Are there certain patterns? I know when I do a video, I kind of follow a script and a structure and a pattern for my videos. I'm curious just to learn your methodologies. And then when it comes to keywords, how do you choose to do videos based on keywords, not based on keywords? you know, SEO, how much weight you put behind that? Kind of, you know, let's jump into the nitty gritty because I'm doing YouTube and I just kind of want to learn from the queen here. So fill me in, Keisha.
Yeah, so I definitely have a structure when I do my videos. I definitely have a structure, and I'm usually have a hook in the beginning, right? And it's always a question, right? Because it's like it's the same thing. Now, sometimes I may get off of it, but for the most part, it's kind of hard for me not to do it now because I've been doing it so long that it almost feels like I'm out of water if I just kind of try to change it up. But I always hook people, right? And ask them a question. Like, do you want to know, you know, what is the Super Affiliate Network, right? If I were to go and do a video, I would do Super Affiliate Network 2020. You know, what's new? What's new with the Super Affiliate Network 2020? Right? Because all of our videos now, I think we did ours like a year ago, 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. Good Lord, time is flying by.
Wow, I know.
So hook them in first and foremost. Let me say this. Who you are, I'm just just take this in the spirit in which it's given. Who you are does not even matter, right? I mean, like, if, you know, like people would first want to do like, you know, hi, I'm Keisha Bass and with www.keishabass.com. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. The best thing for you to do is to hook them in into what you're going to talk about. You can say who you are very briefly. So for myself, I'll be like, hey guys, do you want to know what is the Super Affiliate Network? Are you landing on this video because you want to know what is the Super Affiliate Network, right? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you guys what the Super Affiliate Network is, how you can get started. You know, so I'm going to give them like, what are they going to get in this video, right? I may go into, hey guys, Keisha Bass here, KeishaBass.com, and that's all. I'm not going to even, I've been an internet marketer for 25 years and I can help you. Nobody cares, right? I don't say any of that, right? Nobody cares. So now I'm gonna get into the content. I'm gonna get into what I actually am doing this video for. I'm gonna get into it. It's really good if you do lists. What I found is that lists are really good, meaning you used to have a five things or 2 things or 3 things, right? If you have some sort of countdown list or whatever, those are usually good. Start at number 5, right? Psychology, because people want to know what's number 1, right? So that's why on New Year's, nobody starts at number 1 on New Year's, right? So they always start at the top 100. They're going to start at 100 and they're going to go down because they want people to stick around. And on YouTube, you want people to stick around and watch as much of that video as possible. Okay. Watch as much as possible. What else I was going to tell you guys about in your videos? I mean, in the beginning, I say, you know, flex the muscle, right? In the beginning, flex the muscle. Don't focus on like, oh my God, I have to have perfect editing and I got to have intros and outros and flying text and all this kind of stuff. Don't do it. Flex the muscle in the beginning, right? The muscle of just doing the activity, right? Wax on, wax off. Okay, let me do a video. Let me set a schedule. How often am I going to do a video? Let me stick to the schedule. And as I keep going and growing, then I may add an intro, right? I may hire someone on Upwork or somewhere to do an intro for your videos, right? You can grow. You allow yourself to grow. All right. You're not going to start at the top. Right. So don't look at like, you know, some of the big guys and say, oh, I'm going to start there. No, you're not. Okay. So definitely do that. So definitely have that structure I just gave you all. Right. Question. That's the hook. Right. Question, short intro, you know, content, and then a call to action. I forgot about that. Right. So at the end, a call to action. Right. If you enjoy this video, hey, in the description box of this video, I put a link. You can check it out. You can see what Super Affiliate Network is all about, right? So you can do that. You can have a call to action. Hey guys, so in the description box, I'm going to put the link to my Facebook group. I got a free Facebook group where I share all these tips and tricks about affiliate marketing. If you want to learn that, then listen, go in the description, click there, and I'll see you inside the Facebook group, right? Yep. So it's like, you know, you can have like different calls. Subscribe is a call to action, you know, email me, message me, whatever, right? Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the video. So all those different calls to action, you guys can do as well. So, and be sure you do that. That's super important. So if you choose the name, you know, don't forget the call to action. So
before you said, oh, I forgot call to action, I was going to ask you specifically, all right, what call to action, just for my own, you know, I'm doing YouTube all the time.
Yeah.
Are you, in every video, are you having a call to action to subscribe to the channel and also grab a free gift or be in a Facebook group? Or do you choose one call to action per video and like one goal for that video and then just stick to that one call to action? Or are you having multiple calls to action, comment, subscribe, grab your free gift, meet me in my Facebook group, everything that you do? Is it one goal or is it everything all the time?
So in the video, no. So a lot of times for my videos, and we have some editing software we use that will bring in a subscribe, like, so like I'm talking and then it'll just like, it'll bring up a subscribe, like feature on the screen, and so I'll do that. And it's just, but for the most part, yeah. So if in the beginning, I'll say like, if you enjoyed this channel, if I say like what my channel is about, hey, this channel is all about affiliate marketing, how to make money from home. And so if you enjoy that type of stuff, then be sure to subscribe. Now I'll say that in the beginning, usually. Yep. When I get to the end though, no, you don't want to have them doing too much because they'll just be like, what am I supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, wait, join the group, comment, subscribe. Okay, got it. But in your description, you guys, in your description of your video, now you can definitely put that, join your Facebook group. I always have a link to my Facebook group, and on my Facebook group, I used to have a question that said, where did you find out about this Facebook group? And a lot of people found the Facebook group from YouTube. Yeah. So definitely put it in your description. If you have affiliate products that you use, you can put those in the description and just kind of categorize things like, here's my recommended products. Catch me on these different social media platforms. So that you can put all that stuff there in the description, but don't try to say all that in the video.
Got it. So for everyone, just to recap, Keisha has at the beginning of the video, a call to action to subscribe in order to grow her channel. And then at the end of the video, have one clear goal. And if that is to grow your channel, have the call to action to subscribe and maybe comment. But if you want to generate the lead, if you want to make the sale like Keisha did with San, you want to have a call to action to give away a lead magnet, to get in the Facebook group where you can then sell them something, just some sort of path in order to go ahead and bring them through a sales funnel in order to go ahead and make a sale, which is awesome. And Keisha, I think a lot of people on here are thinking, God, who's going to listen to me, right? And I know when I first got started, it was like, fuck, I'm supposed to do videos, but I keep it real, right? I'm a 23-year-old high school dropout. I didn't graduate high school. So who's going to listen to me? And I think everyone, still to this day, sometimes you have that in the back of your mind and you kind of have to overcome that. So what would you say to everyone on here when it comes to, everyone saying, yeah, Keisha can do this, but I don't know if I can because no one's going to listen to me.
So, that is some mindset stuff, definitely, that I would say there's someone out there that is going to listen and is going to gravitate to every single person, and that's just the way it is. And it's a matter of, saying to yourself, you are valuable. I tell people all the time, like, even if you don't have a product, like if you don't have like a product or something, your experience just as a person, there's some things you learn from being a high school dropout, right? There's some teaching, there's some things that you learn from that, and it makes you a valuable person. So now you can say to someone else, okay, well, this is what I would do differently, because now you have experience. That's an experience that I can either go through it, I can drop out, you know what I'm saying? And then now I can experience it, or I can now listen to you and say, okay, this is what I would do differently. So even with video, there's people that, when I did my sand videos, then other people obviously started doing the videos. And so people will gravitate to whoever they kind of feel called to. And so it doesn't matter. Like, some people don't dig me. I mean, I can be loud. My hair changes colors all the time. And, I'm just, I'm Keisha Bass. You know what I'm saying? And some people just they're like, oh, she just gets on my nerves. I'm okay with that. I'm cool. Like, girl, hey, I'm not for you. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? And so if you don't do your video, right, then they don't get to experience you, and you may be the one that they really can catch on to and now change their life, right? So I think that's super important. But I say, hey, you got to tell yourself, I'm someone of value just because I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing magical. Because I'm here, I'm someone of value and I have something to say. I
Yeah.
definitely have something to say to change someone's life. And I always think about the moms that are sitting at the, if you don't do, if you don't promote it or if you don't talk about it and stuff like that, there are moms, that's how I talk to myself. There are moms that are going to work, right? And now they're in the position that you were in, and now you have a way out for them. And so now you're gonna what? You're just gonna be quiet and not share it with them? Like that's kind of selfish, I think.
Yeah.
So I kind of I kind of did that for myself, and that's how I show up. Is because it's no longer just about me, right? It's not about me making money. It's about making an impact in this world. And so that keeps me going, and that's what drives me each and every day. Because you and I both know, man, you can make a lot of money. I mean, but you don't even have to do online business to make a lot of money. I mean, there's tons of ways you can do that, right? But the impact that we are able to make by being online and stuff, like, man, it's nothing out there. So
Yeah, I love it. I mean, God, you just said so many things. I'm going to try to break down a few. I mean, firstly, the fact that for everyone on this call, I don't think Keisha, she's done it for so long, it's subconscious for her. But just the fact that she said, I know there's moms out there in a similar situation to me, leads me to believe that Keisha has her target market, her customer avatar, the person that she's marketing to, very defined and just crystal clear on specifically who she's trying to attract with her marketing. So then she can kind of reverse engineer her message, right? Like Keisha didn't say, I know there's 23-year-old guys out there, wanting to hear my message. Keisha has a very specific message for a very specific person. And that's what allows her to really kind of penetrate so much of the white noise in the marketplace, because specifically her message is for someone. And if you're trying to always be, everything to everyone all the time, you end up in this boat where you're no one to nobody, none of the time. I hope I said that right. But you're, again, very good at that. And also the fact that you said, someone will listen. One of my old mentors, Dagan Smith, who we're super fortunate to have coming back at this point in time. Dagan used to say that the $1 million question that he asked himself every single day was, what's the one piece of value that I can put into the world that'll help one person today? And when Dagan had that insight of, okay, this is a piece of value that'll help one person today, that was what he would email his list. That was the video he would create. That would be the Facebook Live that he'd do. There weren't Facebook Lives when he was doing his thing, but that was the piece of content, the message that he put out in the world. And I think if you start there, and if you can kind of put all the stuff, God, I don't have the credentials, I don't have the authority, I don't have the testimonials, I don't have the results, I don't have Keisha's, confidence, I don't have, whatever that thing is. I don't know what you could say.
Right.
I have, but you don't, right? But with that said, if you can put that to the side, and if you can just say, what's the one thing that I can share to give, the person on the other end one piece of value, and then if you can be okay with not everyone loving you, like Keisha said, Keisha is not for everyone, right? If you can be okay with that, and if you can actually lean into that, and if you can have, half the people love you and half the people not be that into you, that's infinitely more powerful than having everyone kind of think you're all right some of the time. And that's why Keisha keeps it real. That's why I keep it real. That's why I'm not, freaked out to throwing an F-bomb here and there when I'm, telling a story, because I'm not for everyone. If we get to a workshop and I say the F word and you want a refund at a workshop, it's not going to work, right? And so I'm just myself in my marketing. Keisha's herself in her marketing, and we attract people based on who we are. So I think that's a huge insight. And I always love these calls, Keisha, and we could go on forever.
Right.
But I know your time is limited, and you always bring so much value, and everyone's saying a ton of value. So guys, once again, if you guys are getting value, give me some comments, likes, hearts, and shares, all that jazz. The most engaged person will win $100. Get people on this call, comment, like, heart, and share. We got over 100 people on here live with us. Keisha, I know obviously we have this virtual immersion experience coming up, second weekend of November. I know you're obviously going to be there sharing the goods. You're going to bring the full goods. This is just kind of a little sample and tease of what you'll discover at the actual immersion experience live. And obviously this isn't a live in-person event. We can't do that with everything going on in the world right now. But what is, over the course of your journey, what has the value been of getting to events? What are some insights that you've gotten? What are some breakthroughs that you've had? And, you're one of the people just like me in the same boat. You're successful and you're doing well, but you still get to all of the live events at this point in time. You're at every single one that we have. And why is that habit so important? And what would you say to the person on the other end who's thinking about going, maybe they bought their ticket even, but they're thinking, God, do I want to invest a full weekend with these guys and be there the full time? Because that's ultimately how you'll get value. What would you say to that person who's kind of on the fence about 3 days in a, live event environment? How can it help them in a massive way?
Well, I will start it at here and say, what are the most successful people doing? Right? What are the most successful people in this world? What do they do? And one of the things I know that they do is that they attended live events when they could do them live, and now they're attending virtual events. I actually just bought a ticket. One of my mentors, my mindset mentor, he's doing a virtual event, and it's 2 days. We're gonna be on the computer, right? And so I'm game to however we're going to deliver it. And so that's what I would say. If you want to step into being before you actually can see the actual tangible result, which is what is really the secret. That's really the secret. If you really want to know the secret is a step into being someone different before you actually have any sort of physical evidence that you have become that person. Okay. Yep. Slow that down. Chew on that, because that right there will change your whole life. And so that's why many folks will go, like, I know I hear your story, Misha, about going to an event and like don't even know, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, man, this is the last of the last that I have or whatever. But when you step into being someone different than the whole entire universe has to shift, because you stepped into being someone different, and now you're actually attractive to something else, right? Like, you really want to know the law of attraction. Like, that's really the law of attraction. Is like, I step into being. So I know 7-figure income earners, 8-figure, they're going to these virtual events. They're going to go, and buy the tickets, and they're going to sit there, and they're going to be looking for and listening for, not to take in every single thing that's said, right? But what's the one thing that I can get from this event that can just change my whole life, right? That's all when I do it, right? If I come to a live event, it's not gonna be the whole event. I'm just looking for that one thing that's gonna be said that I'm gonna take, and I'm gonna change, and I'm gonna chew on that. I'm gonna change my life, and my life has been changed, right? So I say, listen, you want to step into the mind, the body, and embody like whatever the next level is for you. Then I say, make the investment. I had actually just posted, it was funny you say that. I had posted in my Facebook group, and I was talking about how, like, if you're not investing in yourself, then that says a lot about how you see you. Yep. It says a lot, right? I feel like I'm worthy. I am so worthy of spending $20,000 on, whatever for myself. I'm worthy of it, right? And the only reason why people don't buy stuff and they don't spend or they don't invest because they don't feel like they are worthy of it. And so therefore they hold on to their money in hopes that something will change. And it's not.
Yeah. I mean, it truly is. If you look at it, any other asset can, lose value, gain value. You can buy a house and it's worth this today and it's worth nothing tomorrow. Right. It truly is the thing that no matter what you do, no one can take it away from you. Someone can come in and take your business. And if you invest in yourself and if you have the intellectual property and the knowledge, you can then go back out. And I sound a little bit like Ty Lopez there. I was not trying to be Ty Lopez-y there. But with that said, knowledge is important. And it's the only thing that no one can take away, right? And so at the end of the day, if you're not willing to invest in yourself, and we're not even asking for $20,000 like Keisha mentioned, or $297 or $997 like it would usually cost to get to an event. You can get to the event, hang out for 3 days, and just invest your time with us and only pay if you think you get a ton of value. If you're not willing to invest in yourself at that level, it's going to be a really hard path for you if you decide to keep going down this entrepreneurship path without doing it. Because ultimately, I'm a firm believer in, what we know is producing the current level of result that we're at. And what we don't know is keeping us from producing that next level of result. And so if you want to get to the next level, if you want to create success at a bigger level than you currently are, what you currently know is not going to produce a different result. The thing that you don't know is. And the only way ultimately, or the most effective way, you can, use trial and error and go through that whole process. But the most effective way is to just find someone who has what you want, do what they do, and most likely you'll get what they've got. And that's one little snippet of why live events are so powerful, but I think that's probably the one where I'll leave it because I couldn't have said it any better myself. So with that said, Keisha, I appreciate you as always. Everyone, if you guys got value, let us know. Type in "I love Keisha" in the chat box as always. And comments, likes, hearts, and shares, all that jazz. Keisha, you're super busy. I know you're going every which direction, and now you're homeschooling on top of it. So I truly do appreciate you going ahead and coming out here live with us. And is there anything, just kind of parting words that you'd like to say to everyone on this call? We still have over 100 people on here live with us. So is there anything else you'd like to say to everyone before we go ahead and wrap this thing up?
I was like, let me get my notes out. No, I'm kidding, but I would like to say that, you all are at the right place and at the right time. I mean, it's never been a better time, for you to, create a lifestyle of freedom. Right. Because at the end of the day, that's really what it is. And I'm going to tell you, I'm like 100%, I'm 100% positive that, this will work, right? That it will work. And you just have to put in what it will be. Okay. Because obviously I can't, just guarantee anything, but I will tell you that if you are willing to, dig in, listen to, jump on the calls, 85% of success is showing up, get to the events, just become the person, right? Dig in and learn the skill sets. And I promise you, you'll be so glad you did. I just came back like last weekend. My grandmother was in Las Vegas, right? So I jumped on a plane right at the last minute and went to Las Vegas to hang out with her for the weekend. It was the most impactful thing I've done, all year long. That's freedom, right? That is freedom, right? And so I know I want that for you, and I know for a fact Misha wants it for you because that's why he's, still continues to do things and stuff like that. So, so definitely we want freedom for all, and it's possible. So write that down. It's possible. It's possible. So that's all.
Awesome. Well, Keisha, once again, thank you so much. Guys, head over to mishasclass.com/event. Grab your ticket to the virtual event right now. If you got value out of this, you'll be absolutely blown away by what we have planned when it comes to the event. Keisha, once again, I appreciate you. Keep crushing it. Keep providing value. And for everyone on this call, give us some comments, likes, hearts, and shares. Let us know if you guys got value. We will be going ahead and going through the numbers after this call, finding the person who is most engaged, and we will post in the Facebook group for who the winner is of the $100. Appreciate all of you guys for investing just about an hour with us here tonight. Still got over 100 people. They're still on here. They're saying they got a ton of value. They love you, Keisha. You got about 100 people saying that they love you right now. Appreciate you immensely, Keisha. All right, guys. Till next time, over and out. Later, guys.